Plaintiffs Alicia and Levi Van Meter say Alicia was in a store carrying an envelope that contained over $500 in cash. However, after Alicia left the envelope on the counter, it was stolen, and the defendant was caught on surveillance tape taking the money. Defendant Edna Santos denies stealing anything from Alicia. Although Edna admits taking the money, she insists she found it and therefore should not be held accountable. Edna is countersuing for defamation of character.
Start with you all.
I just like to begin with, me and my husband are both young and we both have a young baby to take care of. We live paycheck to paycheck, and at the time that the incident occurred, I was in between jobs. On August 5th, I had walked into a store to make a TV payment, and I had a bank envelope with $506 in it and my Ohio driver's license.
That's a lie, Your Honor. I found $100.
Okay. So as I was saying,
I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Like I was saying, I walked in there. I had pulled $100 out before I had walked in to the store. I had walked up to pay the payment. I had sent my bank envelope on the counter, and I had proceeded with my payment. And then I got 2 receipts back, and I was distracted by talking to a sales agent about furniture. And so I left the store without picking up my bank envelope. Within 15 minutes or less time, I realized that the money was gone. I had went back to the store, and to find out my bank envelope, my husband walked in there and seen my bank envelope hidden behind a washer, crumbled up with no money in it, just an ID. And
your ID?
Yeah, my driver's license. And then after that, he talked to the employees to see if we could review a surveillance tape. And
he did not talk to the employee, Your Honor. He tracked them.
No,
so they can show them what they got on the tape.
No,
you were there?
They told me.
We did.
You have a letter?
Huh?
A letter from the employee saying
sir.
that they were threatened?
No, sir.
All right, well, don't interrupt anymore.
So we then, they said that they couldn't without a manager being there because he's the one who gets the tapes. So we then went immediately to the police report, or to the police station, and filed a report. They later got their surveillance tapes into them, and it showed her stealing the money. And so then we tried to work out a bargaining with her, stating that if she would pay us $350, we would drop all charges because we'd rather have some of the money back than drag it out as long and not get any of the money back. So it just dragged out through day. And at first she stated that she never picked up an envelope. She never touched an envelope. Then the next day she picked up an envelope and threw it on the ground. And then by the third day she picked up the envelope and took the money out.
Okay, let's hear from her today.
Okay.
Your Honor, every 2 weeks I go over there. I go straight to the counter. All brochure is all over it right there. Anybody can pick up any brochure. They had pizza for $5, Subway, anything like that. So you pick it up right there on the counter. By that time, when I went there and paid my computer, the employee was helping somebody else. So I was looking at the computer, on the brochure. I say $100 out the envelope, a little teeny tiny $100 out the envelope. So I look around.
Teeny tiny, smaller than a regular 100?
No, it was coming out, Your Honor. The envelope, it was coming out.
The part of it was sticking out.
Yeah,
okay.
It's sticking out, $100. Right. So I there's nobody there but me.
You just started shaking. You couldn't.
Yeah, I kind of say I see the $100, so I look. And I pick it up and I take it out and I fill the ID in there. I don't need the ID. I just want $100, so I threw it in there. So I take off. I did not steal nothing, Your Honor. I found it.
Okay, Your Honor, Your Honor, to her claim that it was $100, we have a bank statement stating how much my check was, a police report that I have in evidence stating how much the money was.
You have that today? Okay. And this tape is going to show her actions.
Yep. And then
I took $1,000. That's what the cop said.
On August 9th, she had tried to pay back the money. I got a phone call at 11:30 stating that she had $170 and she was trying to get 180 wired. By midnight.
That's my sister. I didn't say nothing, paid nothing.
By midnight, I got a phone call stating that.
I did not steal nothing.
By midnight, I got a phone call.
I found it.
midnight,
I didn't steal nothing, Your Honor.
the officer handling the case said that she was not able to collect the $350, so they proceeded
My
with the
sister
arrest.
did it, not me.
So
Okay.
they proceeded with the arrest, and she went to court the next day. She pled no contest. I have that as evidence as well, and the judge found her not guilty.
Of course, because I found it.
And then the prosecutor who handled the case immediately
That's the judge
advised me.
saying not
Ma'am.
guilty.
Thank you. He immediately advised me to take it in small claims court because she did proceed with no contest.
And ma'am, why did you or your sister try and repay?
She was saying something. She don't want me to go to jail. I called my lawyer when the police called me that night, and then the cops saying you gotta pay the money you steal. I said, what money? You know? And then he turns around. You gotta pay the $1,000 you steal. I said, I didn't steal nothing. So, and then they said they're gonna file charges on you. Go right ahead. I don't care because I didn't steal nothing.
So how did your sister get involved though?
I told her. She don't want me to go to jail. But I talked to my lawyer. They said, you had a right of silence. So I did not say nothing until the judge.
Yes.
I did not steal nothing.
By midnight, I got a phone call.
I found it. I found it.
By midnight.
My sister wants to pay the $180 to you. I didn't say nothing.
Plaintiffs Alicia Van Meter and Levi Van Meter say the defendant was caught on surveillance tape stealing their money. But the defendant insists she simply found the money and kept it.
Let's see the videotape of what occurred.
Okay, you'll see me there in the black. I have my envelope in my hand. And then I'm at the counter making payment. That's Miss Santos walking in.
I sit down on the couch first.
Okay. And there's my envelope still in my hand. Or no, that was my receipt. I'm sorry. They're both white. That's why I got them mistaking that I did have my envelope. And then you see her pick up my envelope.
No, that was a brochure first.
That was white, my white envelope. And now you see her looking over.
I look around. There's nobody.
And now she's sticking it in her pocket. And then
I changed my mind and I threw the envelope. I don't
she
need the
takes
ID.
the money, and you see she put it on her left side, and she's getting ready to the envelope's on the ground, and she's taking it.
Yeah, I got nervous. There's ID
But,
in
Your
there.
Honor, if I may say something, she claims that she doesn't steal, but my ID was in it. And come to find out, we live 2 apartments away from each other. So with my ID being in it, if she found the money, she knew where I lived with my ID.
Ma'am, why did
You lost it. I found it.
Lose it. I left it. I made a simple mistake.
Why didn't you mention to the
I don't even know who she is.
to the clerk?
Oh. I didn't bother. I just take off. I found $100.
Why didn't you
Nobody
say,
asked me to, hey, you steal money, give it back.
ma'am, don't talk to her. Why didn't you say to the clerk, sir, someone left their package of money
I guess I was not honest. That was a blessing to me that time.
Which is why we are here.
Ma'am, let me inform you of the law. I don't know what that other judge was thinking about. I don't know if he saw the video.
No,
tape.
they
he
did
see
not.
the-
They
That's
didn't
probably
play it.
why.
No, they did not.
Because property law is such that you have a duty to give it to a person if you know who it belongs
didn't.
to. She had ID
I didn't look.
in the package.
But you just
I didn't look. I just took
ID
the
you
money
balled
and
it
threw it
up,
out.
when you balled it up, certainly
Yeah.
you could feel the ID.
The ID. And so I threw it out. I don't need it.
You just stated that you didn't know there was an ID
I don't know who
in
it
it.
is. I just take the money.
Ma'am,
That's the truth, Your Honor.
you knew it wasn't yours. There was a clerk there. You could have said someone lost their money or left their money. You were acting in a manner in which a criminal behaves.
I don't
You
believe
were looking
it's
around,
criminal, Your Honor.
you were kicking
Because
things
I
with
did.
your
Yeah,
What's your counterclaim for $500? For what? Defamation? What did she do?
Sir, my name was in the newspaper.
She put you in the newspaper.
No, Your Honor, she was in there for
She
being
called me a
arrested.
theft, Your Honor. I didn't steal anything.
She was being in there for being arrested, a criminal charge that had
I
nothing
went
to
to
do
jail
with
for
me.
one night, Your Honor. I
The
never
court
been in
put
jail,
that-
Your
Quiet,
Honor.
ma'am.
Okay.
Pardon?
I never been in jail. I was so
Well,
scared
if you
that
keep
night.
on, you're going to be back in jail.
No,
You keep thinking
I
like
don't
you're
want to go to
thinking.
jail.
Ma'am, she didn't put this in the paper. The municipal court put it in the paper.
Yeah, it's a theft. I was a
But
theft.
they put it in there.
But-
If they didn't believe there was probable cause to believe
But
you
not
did it.
guilty, Your Honor.
I know
It says right there, not guilty.
a lot of people who are arrested are found not guilty.
People in Marysville asking me, what'd you do? What did you steal? I didn't steal nothing.
You failed to exercise your duty.
Oh, I didn't have no duty. I
You
found
did
it.
have a duty, ma'am. You have a duty to give it to the person if you know
Nobody
who
told
it
me I got a
belongs to.
duty.
Her ID was in there. Well, I'm telling you, ma'am. Let me just ask you a question. Let's just get past this real quick. If you see a big stack of money on the street and you see there's a slip in between it, would you grab it or would you look at that slip?
I'd look at the slip.
Thank you. And that's what you should have done
Thank
when you
you.
found out you had a license in your hand. You should have looked at that license, saw that it was this woman's, or at the very least, say to the clerk, someone left something here. But as you said, you
I'm
saw
not honest that
you
time.
saw that $100 peeking out.
Yeah.
And I saw you looking around. Start
Before I
twitching.
check it.
Couldn't help yourself.
No, because I got 2 kids' birthday the day after. Things like that. My paycheck went
We
to
have
the
a
kids.
baby we have to provide for too. That's not an excuse.
Ma'am,
I made a mistake.
That's your mistake. My mistake is picking
And I
up your
tried to
money.
help you by giving you part of the money for finding it and just turning it in.
You
I gave you
did?
so many chances. Yes, I gave her only to return me
No, you
350
didn't.
days from
The
August
cops
5th.
called me, told
From
me.
August 5th to
give
August
the
9th. When you were arrested, you
$1,000
had
back.
until
I didn't have no
to pay me
$1,000. I found $100. Not $1,000.
Your Honor, she had it from August 5th.
No,
to
she
August
didn't,
9th to
Your
pay
Honor. That's a lie.
$350.
I never heard nothing from her, but the cops knocked the door. I was in the
Ma'am,
bathroom.
you-
My sister answered the door and saying, I'm looking for your sister. Tell him to go to the police station or we're going to do warrant arrest.
And then you see her pick up my envelope.
No, that was a brochure first.
That was my white envelope. And now you see her looking
I
over.
look around. There's nobody.
And now she's sticking it in her pocket. And then the envelope's on the ground and she's taking it.
You lost it. I found it.
Lose
Bam.
I made a simple mistake.
Plaintiffs Alicia Van Meter and Levi Van Meter say the defendant was caught on surveillance tape stealing their money. But the defendant insists she simply found the money and kept it.
Okay, ma'am. Well, once
And they
again,
put me to jail, Your Honor. I've never been in jail. I was so scared in there. I saw it in the TV. They kill people.
ma'am, and we just saw you on TV
Yeah.
taking money
But
from
you didn't
people.
see nobody there to pick me up,
Judgment
right?
for the plaintiff.
Thank
I'm going
you.
to
Thank
dismiss
you,
your
Your Honor.
claim. She didn't defame you. The newspaper, the municipal court put your name on there. Have a good day. Judgment
you.
for the plaintiff.
I have nothing left to say. It was proven today here that we were right and all we wanted was proven right.
What else? Sorry.